Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Turn the music up in the headphones.
Kane is
I got you.
building.
Yeah. Alright. And we'll all float on. Already. We'll all float on. Alright. Don't worry, even if things end up a bit too heavy. We'll all float on. Alright. Already. We'll all float on. Alright. Already. We'll all float on. Okay. Don't worry. We'll all float on. Even if things get heavy. We'll all float on. Probably owe it to y'all. Probably be locked by the force. Trying to hustle some things. That go with the push. Feeling no remorse. Feeling like my hand was forced.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jose's Taco Truck. We got KJ here on the buttons, and along with me is my co-host, Ghosty. Hey, Ghosty, how you doing today? Oh, you know, just loving life, having fun. So what have you been up to?
Not tons, just getting ready for Army stuff coming up in a couple of months, and just doing life and family stuff pretty much.
Sweet. If I remember correctly, you're over in England, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep, Northeast England
Oh,
is
yeah.
way better than the South.
If you guys remember, she came on a while back with when Pi was here, doing Liquid Lunch with him, and kind of glad to have you back. I remember listening to your first show, and I thought that was awesome. You were fun, engaging. I enjoyed listening to you, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me here at the Taco Truck.
Yeah, I appreciate it. When they told me that there was a new show coming up and asked me if I wanted to do it or that they were putting me there, I was really excited about it. So, yeah, it feels really good to be back, and I'm excited to get to our topics for the day.
Hell yeah. So, coming to the what's happened throughout the country is that everyone is responding to what happened in Las Vegas, and the horrifying thing, we have 59 people were killed and more than 500 are hurt as of 6/11 this morning. And they still, as of last night's press release, which y'all heard live, we know that we don't have a motive yet. We only know that he had an assortment of weapons. What are your thoughts and opinions on this, Ghosty?
So for me, I'm the type of person who likes to kind of step back and look at every angle. And I'm always kind of leery when it comes to the media pushing one particular thing. Like I saw them try to say that he was a psychopath and his dad was a psycho and a murderer or whatever that was. So I like formulating my own conclusions based off of kind of what comes up after the dust settles a little bit. I heard ISIS take responsibility, but the media wanted proof that it was in fact a radical attack, and then they pushed their thing. So for me, it's kind of confusing, and as somebody who's going to be training to be or is training to be a medic, I kind of just worry more about the people that got injured and kind of how the steps that are going to happen to, as far as how he got into the hotel with all those guns and all that stuff. But for me, it seems off. Like I don't like, and I saw your comment earlier, like I don't want it to be completely tinfoil hat crazy, but I feel like there's more to it than what we're being told. So
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think as the days go by, like we're gonna have another show on Thursday. I think we'll revisit it and talk more about those possibilities then, because that way we can compile and coordinate and find what we need to find, and if there is any evidence. It's always a interesting and fine line when you have a tragedy like that. You know, someone already was posting about the in the office. Someone was posting about the lovely random person that is showing up everywhere whenever there's a mass something happening, and that's a little bit of a horrifying thing.
Yeah, I read a comment, or at least like a little bit of an article that said someone or people heard a lady say, "You're all going to die," to a group of people like a few hours before that. So I don't know if there's truth to that, or, you know.
I'm hearing about that individual woman more and more, and I'm hoping A, she's safe, and B, that she is open and available, and people, and she's talking to people, you know, reliable, trustworthy people, because the narratives being portrayed is not a great thing, and the impact not only on the people of Las Vegas and the people of our country, but what's going on in Capitol Hill is now resonating even further. One of the major impacts from what happened Sunday evening, Monday morning, are you familiar with the SHARE Act at all?
I just kind of brushed over it, but I haven't really delved into it too much.
Okay, so it's a very pro-2A act that was being introduced into Congress, and what it was, the Sportsman Heritage and Recreational Enhancement Act, had a specific section regarding suppressors, and thus taking away the background check and the tax stamp and all the things that make it harder to obtain a suppressor, which the argument for it is that removing these restrictions allow for more people to get them, and it's for hearing protection, which I'm all for. You know, I don't want to lose my hearing when I go out to the range. You know, I still use Ear Pro and stuff like that, but this is one of those things of suppressors becoming openly available and commonly available. There's been a lot of pushback from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, as well as push forward from the NRA and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. And because of what happened in Las Vegas, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan said that as of now, which was at 10:41 Eastern, the SHARE Act, which would loosen restrictions on purchasing the gun silencers, is not scheduled for a vote on the House floor. It's not scheduled right now. I don't know when it will be scheduled, is his exact words. The president focuses on budget and tax reform. What do you feel about the SHARE Act and it being pushed back, that provision that would loosen the restriction on the gun silencers?
Well, I think it's a little bit of a stretch to say that you're buying a gun silencer just to protect your ears, because silencers, that's not what they're for, clearly. I mean, it's to hide the sound of your gunshot from the person or things that you're shooting at, correct?
Yeah, mask your presence to an extent.
Exactly. And so I feel like it's a little bit, I feel like it's kind of weird to use that as an excuse to buy one. Now, if you genuinely have like a problem with your ears, that's completely different. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, I think that, you know, those things are put in place so that the right people, can buy them or can't. And so I'm a little bit on. I like points on both sides of it, but I'm not more one side or the other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm all for getting a suppressor for hunting. Like, my biggest issue is if I'm stalking a deer and I don't know, my jackass steps on a twig because I'm an idiot and I'm not watching where I step. They're just as receptive to sound. Animals are just as receptive to sound as human beings are. So being able to have that moment where there's a question of what the hell was that? It didn't sound like a normal rifle firing, which animals have learned, especially in my area, they have learned what it sounds like, which would cause them for miles to disappear. Having that change would allow hunters to be able to, oh hey, haha, fuck you, we're able to come in and take 2 or 3, hit our tag limit and be done for the season. Mm-hmm. But I don't see silencers. I have to agree with law enforcement here, because a lot of law enforcement officers and officials are worried that having silencers on the streets will make it more dangerous for them.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know where you're being shot at from, I mean, that's a huge difference maker.
And I don't think anyone here thinks that a suppressor is it's like James Bond where it sounds like a mouse fart. No, it's still pretty loud. It's only a couple of decibels that it reduces, but it's enough that you don't have to wear ear pro. You don't have to wear ear pro when using a suppressor, but still, I mean, the ability to mask where you are in a civilian setting. Imagine if fucking Antifa got that shit, especially with this supposed day of violence that they're planning, when they just started fucking hunkering down in a building and just firing out the windows if they had any actual proper fucking training or knowledge.
Right. I think if they added stuff like that, or it's for hunters and you prove that you've been hunting and that's what you're using it for and things like that, then I think that I'd be probably a bit more okay with it. But I think that I do agree with the police as well, where if you make it way easier for people to just have almost anybody to have it, then I mean, I understand that as well. It's kind of like a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not one of the only provisions of the SHARE Act. It's got plenty of other things that are affecting it. It has, if I can find it right now, regulating armor-piercing rounds. That's something that also makes me take pause of why the hell does a civilian need armor-piercing rounds?
They don't. They don't.
I mean, I understand.
Just like, go ahead.
No, after you, Ghosty.
I was gonna say, it's just like you're not allowed to have fully automatic weapons.
Well,
if you tamper with it, it's illegal.
Well, you can.
Okay,
you just gotta.
Yeah, but I mean, the general public aren't going to be, typically going to be able to get one. It's got special permits tied around it, so. But it's but armor-piercing rounds, you don't need armor-piercing rounds. Why?
I'm all for the Second Amendment to defend ourselves against tyranny.
Oh, yeah.
To have a well-armed militia. However, a 223 or 308 or 556 or 762 Russian, if you hit somebody, it's gonna hurt them. You get hit in the plate, it's gonna knock you flat on your ass. Just like if you get hit in the back, it's gonna knock you flat on your front. So of course, if you're down, I'm not gonna sit there and wait for you to get back up. It's a target of opportunity. Bang, down, dead. I don't see the need for. I mean, we're not fucking hunting. What's it called? Caimans or some shit that are armored. We're not,
right.
We're not dealing with caimans sliding through the fucking swamps that are armored and you need something to punch through that hide. No, we're dealing with fucking white-tailed deer and fucking boars, which I've seen boar take down with 12 gauge and 10 gauge. However,
I feel like an armor-piercing round would probably just destroy whatever you were shooting.
It depends on the round. I mean, I'm not very familiar with AP ammo. So one of the things that if anyone's familiar, feel free. Come on, call it in, brother. If you're familiar with AP ammo, feel free. Give us a call. If you're familiar with suppressors and how they work, feel free. Give us a call. We'd love to get your input.
415-889-8367.
Yeah, my knowledge is super basic, so I wouldn't mind if anybody wanted to come chime in.
Yeah, no, awesome. Feel free. And the show's always open for a call. Like it said, 889-8367. Call the show. Give us your input on the Share Act getting pushed back. And, hello, you're on WTF Nation.
What's up, man?
Oh, hey, Pook.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hold on.
All right.
What that? I hate Skype.
Yeah.
Hold on, Pook. Man, I hate Skype. Just, they changed my Skype on me, and they threw it around.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live. It's
okay.
Pookie called, and I can't get him into the bloody thing because Skype changed my stuff around.
Okay, because I completely lost sound, so
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no,
Skype crashing?
no.
Okay.
Skype is being Skype. You know, every 10 minutes they want to update something, and I'm trying to get Pookie in here because that's what happens.
Yeah. I didn't actually hear you answer my question. So was the pushback because of Vegas?
Yeah, the pushback. They didn't specify that it was because of Vegas, but it's very safe to assume that it was because of what happened, and
Gotcha.
lawmakers don't want that to be on their heads.
Ooh.
Pookie, you there, brother? At least that's my
Yeah.
opinion. That's my opinion about it. I wouldn't want to, if I was a lawmaker and I was up for re-election, which some are this year. Yeah, you want to be the guy that right after a mass shooting approves suppressors and armor-piercing rounds and it's a popularity game. What's up, Pookie?
Another, I'm just calling in because you started talking about armor-piercing rounds and suppressors and stuff. Like there's like evil and everything.
No, I fucking
Oh,
I
no.
love suppressors. Fucking, I shot a bunch of firearms with my buddies and shit that have suppressors on them. They're fucking great. I don't have to wear ear pro. I still do, but they're fucking awesome as shit. AP ammo.
Yes.
I've never fired AP ammo.
Okay. Here's the deal with armor-piercing ammo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you my opinion and my knowledge on it. First of all, my opinion is if the military has it, we should be able to have it. Just given by the Second Amendment, that's the way it's supposed to work, right? But armor-piercing round technically will do less damage on a soft target than it will, like maybe one of those flat tip rounds or hollow point rounds or something like that. So if you start shooting into a crowd of people with armor-piercing rounds, it's gonna go be doing little pinholes and go be doing much damage.
So basically, what armor piercing versus hollow point, whereas armor piercing is just going to punch right through, hollow point's going to expand on impact.
It's gonna do a way more damage. Like in my state, if I like use a hollow point for say like home defense or something like that, I can actually get in trouble by the law because I had intent to do extra damage to the person coming into the house.
God damn, that fucking sucks.
So you can't use hollow points for home defense. I mean, hollow points are nice. I like hollow points for home defense because if you hit a wall, they expand and they slow down.
Yeah.
But in this state, you can't use hollow points for home defense rounds. You got to use full metal jacket.
Shit, I mean, all I got, I hand load my ammunition, and all I got is like I'm loaded for bull, I'm loaded for bull moose, I'm loaded for shit like that. You know, that's not down here, but I know you get hit with something that's loaded for bull moose, you're going down, you're staying down. You know, I don't like how the restriction for armor piercing is removed. As one of the few things, I think they should lessen the restriction. You know, they should take away that the tax stamp necessity if there is one, which I'm trying to find.
Well, another thing too is a lot of people don't realize, like the whole armor piercing round, we get into silencers. Silencers, like say for instance that the horrible event that happened on Sunday evening, if he would have been using a silencer at that like pace of fire, he would have melted the suppressor. It would have worked.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, they're only good for so many rounds. They're only good for so many rounds. I mean, like I said, I could build a freaking suppressor with an oil filter and a fucking couple of washers if I wanted to.
All you gotta do is have some place for the gas after the explosion to expand to and stay in and retract. That's the basis of a suppressor.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you put like say a 308 or a 762, you put a suppressor on there. It's not. I mean, it's still loud. I mean, it still makes a noise. People don't. It just kind of makes it not as loud.
Like I said, I'm all for having it. I don't care if you want to have AP ammo. I don't care if you want to have a suppressor. I'm all for suppressors getting deregularized. But when it comes to armor piercing rounds, you want to be able to regulate and know what's going on there. And give me 1 second. Hello, U.S. Army WTF Moments. You're live on the air.
Hey, my name's James.
Hey, James, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, guys, and ma'am. I'm from Alabama. I did just over a year and a half in the National Guard. So the armor piercing rounds that they're actually talking about, that I've looked up or looked into, is they're talking about the green tip, like just the standard steel core.
Yeah.
They're not even talking about like depleted uranium type 7.62 rounds or anything like that. Standard green you can get from like Walmart. They're trying to get that banned, and that's the stuff that, I mean, you know, we use that for.
James, you there, brother? James, it looks like you broke up on me, brother. Try calling again, my friend.
Guys, bursting charge, TNT on the inside,
Hey.
and yeah.
Hi there.
So they're tiny. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Skype is screwing me over because I keep trying to add calls to the call we're in, and it's not working correctly. I don't know why. Damn Skype for Windows 10.
I have Windows 10 too. It'll let you add up to 10 people, so.
I just don't know how to. I don't know how to do it when they're actually calling in.
Well, if you just add, like, I think the easiest thing to do is to add them, like, you're at a friend thing, and have them accept it, and then click the little plus sign and click add participants, and then do it that way.
Oh, I don't have that. Damn Skype. Skype
No,
does
the
not want
little-
to work for me.
Okay,
yeah.
do you see your name at the top left, or the radio thing?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you see the search bar.
Nope. My Skype's off.
all
My
right.
Skype's off. Shit's fucked. I'm
Could
calling
you
Skype.
Can you type their Skype names in Skype for me, and I'll just add them?
They're not calling from Skype. They're calling from phone numbers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Call
Not a
mobiles
big deal.
and
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as time goes. I'll get it figured out before Thursday. Don't stress it, guys.
Just pull up a YouTube tutorial video later and figure it out. So, did you see that link for Wikipedia for the armor piercing rounds?
Yes, I did, and I've not yet gotten opened up because I did have the caller James, which did not. He cut out halfway through his call.
Oh, God, that's annoying.
Which, if you're still out there, James, please feel free to call. I'll get you on the air, pass you back. Yeah. Like, I'm familiar with how AP rounds work. That's why I clarified what Pookie was saying. But like I said, you don't want to have this. Every Joe Schmo can have an AP round. Every Joe Schmo can sit there be rocking out with green tips.
Well, see, I disagree with that because I mean, a law-abiding citizen is going to use them for that shit. I mean, a criminal's going to do what a criminal's going to do, and they're going to get their hands on that shit anyways. It's not like you can't make them in your garage.
But that's the difference between a law-abiding citizen and a criminal. If the standard is upheld, which is, hey, we'll say no tax stamp. We'll just say fuck the tax stamp. You just got to apply. You just got to say I want them and get a background check. You get the background check, comes up good. You get your armor piercing rounds. Fuck Stain McGee from Get Obamistan fucking decides I want to fucking get AP rounds, gets them illegally. You kill him with your AP rounds while he's shooting at you with his. You're in the clear. With what the law is, you got to stick within the confines of what is established. And I think completely deregulating just that round makes things a little bit more delicate, especially on the police, because now they have to up their body armor. They all, they can't just wear the soft shells like what a couple cities I lived in where they wore. They have to wear the full outer, the full vest and all that shit. And even then that might not stop it.
Ooh, speaking of body armor, in some states it's illegal for civilians to own body armor.
And I don't live in one of those states.
It always blows my mind. Like, okay, what if I don't want to carry a gun and I just want to protect myself by wearing body armor? Come on.
I'd still wear it anyways, because I'm my own person and I can do what I want.
Yeah, the body armor thing is fucking ridiculous. I should be able to go out, purchase plates, which I have, put the plates in my vest, which I have, and wear it around if I feel the need to, which I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like I'm running around fucking the city that y'all hear me repeat a million times over before, because I don't care if you find me. I'm not worried about getting shot at here. It's a fucking, even though it's hugely fucking purple, it is mainly Republican and conservative. But the Share Act...
It's still old school. It's still old school, though, there, too, because if you mess with one person, you mess with everybody.
Okay.
That's like in Virginia. Don't ever try to pull a fucking gun in Virginia because you're going to have 100 people pull guns on you.
The thing that blows my mind, because I've said it before, I live in fucking Nashville. Alright? I'm not going to tell you where. I just live near that city. And the fucking thing that blows my mind is when we have something like this come up, like the Share Act, there's a Facebook, private Facebook group that has all the fucking people, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, the police department, EMS, firefighters, some people from the state capitol. Everybody's communicating. We got representatives from the construction unions, blah, 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 blah. It's a giant King Arthur's round table of fuckery. And everyone's sitting there going, but this shit would have fucking helped. This might not have, but this would have fucking helped. We are the most chill fucking city in the entire fucking country, and I can't understand why. Hundreds of fucking bachelorette parties, people getting abducted daily, and everyone's just like, no, fuck that shit. We're fucking finding our kids, and then we're fucking going back to getting them drunk and make room for Jesus law for strippers. I don't fucking understand this city. Meanwhile, I've lived in several in New York, Tampa, shit like that. People are fucking insane. They'll fucking shoot you for looking at them wrong, or fucking, hit your car with fucking brass knuckles. Sorry, that was just a random tangent. I apologize for that. I was just like,
no worries. Hey. I grew up in Washington State, so talk about crazy people.
Oh yeah,
snap. Yeah, that's the way left.
Yeah. James,
it's not as bad as DC, so it's the lesser of the two.
James,
DC's.
James, I'm gonna call you back. That way I can get you in here. Don't you worry, James. Because I know you had cool things to talk about.
If they call from their phones instead of using their actual phone numbers and stuff, they could just get the Skype app on their phone.
Yeah, that would be one thing.
Did you all cover that tinfoil hat theory going around right now?
Oh God, the multiple shooters. I'm buying into it, but I don't want to hop in the multiple shooters thing yet. Or
maybe he wanted to cover both sides of the building, so he opened the other window and went back and forth.
Well, no, they're saying there was a shooter on a different floor now.
Yeah, I posted a video and it was pretty. We saw the original one in the office. And then,
I saw the two windows that had the plastic over it that were on the same. That looked like they were from the same room. That's what that's the picture I saw.
No, people were posting videos, and you can see flashes coming from the lower level on the building.
Oh yeah, that looks like muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I just sent to you in Facebook Messenger right before we started. I didn't get to finish watching because that guy posted 3 videos, so I didn't get to finish watching them all.
Shuckerinos. Now I'm trying to see these videos, see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
the guy circles it and points with his cursor, isn't that's what you're talking about, right?
That's the one. Yeah, exactly. I was looking at it and I was like, it's convincing, but
well, there was the other one that I ended up posting just a little bit after mud post in the office, and it was from CNN from their website, and you can see the shooting happening inside the curve. Like, there's no way to mistake that for like a curtain opening. That is rapid fire. I'm gonna see if I can actually get that up. Let's see if I can do that.
It sounded like full auto to me
Yeah.
as well.
Well, you did have a modified.
They were. Yeah, they were. I've seen pictures now. They weren't fully automatic weapons. They had the bump fire stock on them.
Yeah.
So he's just burst firing it?
No, I mean, the bump fire stock pretty much makes your weapon fully automatic.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you a bump fire stock, which is I personally think they're fucking retarded and brilliant at the same time. When you fire it, the actual stock is causing the entire action and the spring assembly that goes through it to constantly be recharging and firing for as long as you keep that stock depressed against your shoulder. At least that's how I understand it. I think I'm explaining that correct, right? Aren't I, Pookie? Are you familiar with the bump fire?
Yeah, I know a couple guys that own them. They're pretty ingenious and stupid at the same time, like you said. But
Yeah.
no, it uses the recoil of the weapon to like make your finger go on the trigger. So as fast as the weapon fires, you're firing at the same rate as the weapon fires. So your finger's constantly pushing that trigger super fast, like that.
And you can lay off ammo. You can lay off rounds fucking
Oh
at
yes,
an
for
ungodly
days.
rate.
Yes. Yes.
Hey James, feel free to give us a call back. That way I can get you in here now that I've talked to tech support and Skype yelled at me. So feel free to call him back, James. We'll get you in here. That way you can talk with all of us.
Skype yelled at you?
Be sure to give us a call back at 415-889-8367. There we go. Hey James, hold on. Answer. There we go. Hey James, hold on a second. I'm going to add you to the call.
Yeah, take your time.
Yep. All right, let's get James in this call. 'Cause it's being finicky.
Yeah, every time you try it, like, the sound on your end cuts out for me.
Yeah, because it's me answering a new call. James, you there, buddy? James, you there, buddy? Hello? There we go. Hey, James.
All right, that works. That's better.
Hey, buddy. So what's going on? You're live on WTF Nation Radio here at the Taco Truck.
Okay. About the APML stuff. I was 31 Bravo, military police, and once I got out, I got home and I worked with fugitive recovery. We did like federal warrant recovery type stuff, U.S. Marshals, DEA, stuff like that. And a lot of the rounds that we encountered were staying on the topic that y'all were just on, the bump fire, stuff like that. We encountered a couple bump fires. The bump fire stock is pretty much, you keep the weapon pulled to you, or you keep the stock pulled to your shoulder and you hold it there while you grab the fore end or the fore grip, whatever you have on it, and you push forward. And the recoil of every round going off pushes the weapon far enough back that after the round that's just fired is ejected, the force of you pushing it forward will cause the rifle to discharge again. And watching the video that y'all talked about just a second ago that you had put up, you could see muzzle flash. I mean, and that's not from the 32nd floor like they were saying. That's, I mean, if you count up, that's 15th, 16th floor possibly 17th. And the rate of fire, it listening to it, yeah, it could be a rifle, but first time I listened to it, I thought it was a pistol caliber, like a pistol caliber rifle.
Like a submachine gun, kind of?
Yeah, like a submachine gun. And it just kind of, that was the first time I listened to it, or listened to the actual rounds. But there are breakups in there that you can literally hear him reloading. I mean, he's either reloading or grabbing another weapon.
What size rounds are those?
For what?
For like a submachine gun.
Submachine guns generally will use
9mm, 45 caliber.
Some even are chambered in 5.7 or 6.8. You know, you can get some.
5.7.
You can make a submachine gun out of any. You know, it can fire any round. The heartache with submachine guns is they're meant for close quarters, so they're generally smaller than your typical carbine or rifle, and they're meant to be able to maneuver quicker and easier. So they're not meant. I mean, you can see if you're good at it, if you know how you're doing it, they're not really meant to, you know, go the distance. That was several
over 100. Yeah. They're not good for that. Like I think it was like 500 meters or something like that.
Yeah, it was close to 500 meters, and I'm sorry, I've played around like the MP5 and the P90 at my local gun range, and I've had issues at over 50. You know, because it's just fucking they're meant for that closed in room where you don't have a lot of room and you're clearing a building. It really does sound like a intermediary round, you know, 5.56, 5.56, 223, 7.62, 308, and the rate of
to me it sounded like belt fed. It was what it sounded like, but
yep, that's the part that worries me is after seeing and this video, like the video I posted to our office. That's coming from CNN. This video, I'm positive they're going to remove this video because it's showing it nowhere near where they're claiming the shooting happened. And there's because the day we live in, the day and age we live in, so many people recorded it. That right there sent up a huge red flag with me, especially what was originally posted by Mud of what the hell, that's nowhere near. I'm trying to find the other video where the guy is nowhere near the incident, and he's recording it from the side,
like right at the base of the hotel. Yeah, right at the base of the hotel almost.
Yeah, he's at like his house or something, and he's recording it, and you see it right in. It's not near the top or the middle. It's
actually
towards the low.
Give me a second. I'll be able to fucking share that to you.
Sweet, I knew you would have it, Pookie. You the man. always filling those holes I need. And James, you're right, man. I mean, I don't think it was a pistol cartridge, but I do think and firmly believe that that he was rocking and rolling fully automatic.
Oh yeah. There's absolutely no doubt.
And bump stocks fucking suck. It seems so counterintuitive to hold the weapon in front of you. It makes the least amount of sense to me because I want to shoulder my weapon. I want to get nice and snug, aim, shoot. It makes no fucking sense to me. Hold it out in front of me to where it's not fully secured, then aim, then shoot, and start letting it rock and roll and go to town. That just, I don't know. It rankles my funny bone in a bad way.
Well, you also have to think about, you know, they released triggers that are fire on the initial pull and then fire on the release.
Yeah, digital triggers. I have one myself.
Yeah, and you get good at that, and you can pretty much lay down sustained fire for a good amount of time.
The issue with the digital trigger though, is that the minute you have to get with that flow, and if the minute you get out of sync with it, nope. Like you hold that trigger an extra second, nope. It ain't gonna fire that second time when you depress it. It's and that's one of the reasons why they've been allowed is because they have that fail-safe built right in. But even then, if you hold it for the extra second, and then that's just an extra second that you're not firing. If you want to go in a sustained rate of fire, you can still pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, and that's something I don't have experience with, is triggers like that. I've got experience with, fully auto and semi-auto, but that's just listening to it. I do have to agree with y'all. It did sound like belt fed or a larger capacity drum round or drum magazine.
I know there were some pictures that are starting to float around of the ARs that he used, and one of them looked like a like those bad extended mags you see in video games, where it just doesn't look appealing. It's extra long. It's like 2 feet long, but one of them looked like that.
There you go. It's in the office.
Thanks, brother. The picture. Or the video?
No, I sent 2 videos.
Yeah, I got the videos right here. Thanks, boss. It's one of those things of the guy had the means. We just until the motive is discovered, which I'm anxiously waiting on the police to figure out what the motive is. There should be something on the computers and the hard drives.
I'm just afraid that we'll come to the conclusion that there was no motive and he was just an evil son of a bitch and just wanted to fucking hurt people.
Well, there's a question for you. And there's a very good question. How will the country react if there is no motive more than just the act of taking a life? A Joker scenario. Some people just want to watch the world burn. What if that is all he wanted to do? What are your thoughts on that, Ghosty?
I still feel like that's an act of evil. I don't think that's I don't feel like that's a natural response for a person to be like, oh, I feel like going from California to Las Vegas, renting a room, having 10 rifles in my room, and just mowing down people at a concert just because. So I feel like there has to be there's something somewhere. There's something wrong with him. Something wasn't clicking upstairs, the wheels turning and the hamster's dead kind of a thing, or somebody put him up to it or used him or manipulated him. I mean, there's something, but I feel like if you consciously make a choice to kill innocent people, you have tipped the balance between, right and wrong and evil and things like that. So I don't think it's just like, hey, I woke up today and I feel like killing a bunch of people. It's not a normal response for me. So I don't think it could be really justified as I'm just going to sit here and watch everybody kill each other. People do that. They just go, oh, who cares? Who cares? Because you've seen the comments people have made.
Yeah, some of the comments are just heinous, but...
Oh, they're disgusting. It like I said, it gets my goat. I hate it. I mean, I don't understand how people can live with themselves that think and say things like that. But yeah, no, I feel like there is some motive. Whether we ever get to find out what it is really more the question that should be asked. But there's something there, whether we find out about it or not. Whether he wrote it down, told anybody, left any clues, or kept it to himself, just did it and then killed himself. So.
Did you see that his line of fire was directly at the VIP seating?
No, because I didn't really know about the layout of that, so.
Someone posted a picture of it. I don't have it, but it shows like his whole setup pretty much and the whole scenario. But the VIP seating was right in his straight line of fire, pretty much.
So the question now continues, and what if there wasn't a motive, or what if the motive was someone in the VIP seating, and who was attending that was a VIP? There's a lot of questions that, since we don't have the motive yet, we can sit there and we can hypothesize
Oh,
and
speculate
speculate.
all day long. Yeah.
But I pride myself on the facts, and I love talking hypotheticals. But if we do this, we'll be running around in circles all day. The show will never end. My new boss will beat my ass, and we'll just, I gotta
Did you
say,
hear that reporter last night?
oh god, do you know that? Do you know if the bullets used were assault bullets? Oh my fucking god! No,
I
they
didn't
were
hear
fucking
that.
Banana Republic. You fucking bitch. Oh.
What is that from? Was that from
Last
like,
night,
That was shit. Reporter asked that question. Did you know if the bullets used were assault bullets?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I mean, I've heard of stupid questions before, but that one takes the case. Hey, James, really appreciate the call, and I appreciate you giving your input, especially as a guardsman and working with law enforcement, man.
Well, thank you all. Keep doing what you do.
Hey, not a problem. Appreciate you listening, brother. Talk to you later, my friend.
Y'all have a good day.
You too.
You
So
too.
long.
Bye-bye.
I gotta say though, that assault bullet. I want to get that fucking. I want to get that as a soundbite so bad.
Actually,
Oh,
another
you know
thing.
what? I know how to do that. I could get it for you.
Oh my god, I would love you forever, Ghosty.
Yeah, I'll do it
Good.
after the show. I'll get it for you.
Another thing too, I was watching One American Network right after all this had happened, right? And they go in. One American Network's pretty good with their like news coverage. They don't just cover one thing; they talk about multiple issues. There was this big deal with Hillary and her the State Department silencing the contractors from Benghazi that no one else is talking about right now.
Do tell.
Yeah.
Pretty much she was having, I get her department or her or someone was making sure that the contractors at Benghazi were being quiet. That's about it. All they really talked about. I mean, they didn't really get into depth about it. I guess there's a new
Silencing them.
investigation. Silencing them, keeping them quiet about the whole situation, pretty much.
Well, I mean, I call her Killary for a reason, so I'm sure if someone tried to say anything, we probably would only hear about his suspicious death.
There's a whole, 90, 190, 80 some odd people that have been killed by the Clintons. Let's have someone. I love the fucking. There was some fucking Twitter. There we go. Some fucking thing about Hillary posted something on Twitter, and one of the guys responded. That was supposedly there at Benghazi, and it was just, I can't find it now. Like, I hate Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so I'm dying here because I want to find that again.
I don't use Twitter.
I do.
Bruh.
I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out.
But I do Twitch, so it's one of the platforms that I use.
Oh, Twitch gaming?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I used to do Twitch.
Man, I'm thinking about starting up Twitch because I do some incredible things on this PC playing games. Fucking 25 kills in PlayerUnknown Battleground. All right, anyway. Don't even talk about my video game addiction. You play PUBG?
Yeah, I'm streaming it tonight.
Bruh, we gotta stream. Oh, I'm sending you my info.
Okay, I'll send the Twitch link up to the page if I can. If I won't get in trouble.
I'm
for that.
messaging you my Steam account right now. I'm not alone.
I play Rainbow Six Siege as well.
Oh, I don't have I have Siege for the Xbox. I don't have it for PC. So
I have to play FPS on PC. I don't like controllers.
Now, you're going to call me a cheater, but what I did was, because I was transitioning to PC, I was going to do it regardless. And I got myself this thing called a Keymander. And it was a analog input for mouse and keyboard on the Xbox One. And I would sit there and play Rainbow Six Siege, mouse and keyboard, and Ghost Recon.
I don't think that's cheating.
Oh, so
that's not cheating.
If it was cheating, they wouldn't have made them for them in the first place.
Yeah, they would ban my account.
Aiming with a mouse is so much better.
So now that I'm gonna geek out, because this is really the first time I'm getting to talk to you, Ghosty. Who's your favorite operator on Siege?
On Siege for defense, it'd be Rook, and attack. I actually really like Thatcher.
Thatcher. I
Yeah.
am all about that buck life on assault because I just love that
Oh
underbarrel
gosh.
shotgun.
Yeah, the skeleton key, it's nice, but like putting an ACOG in that weapon, it's like you literally have to drag your mouse like backwards off your desk just to control the recoil.
He's probably got a bump stock on there. That's why it's so inaccurate.
Yeah, bump stock shotgun way.
I think my neighbors are having some kind of weird party or somebody's playing the tuba.
It's
I don't know what
tea
that sound is.
It's tea
but
time. It's
if you
tea
guys
time.
if you guys hear it, I apologize. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're in jolly old England. It's tea time, you know? Gotta have our tea and crumpets. Going out for that
No,
one.
no stereotypes.
Okay, I'm going
It's
out
a
for
shag
that one.
party.
Oh, Lord, I have a fellow geek. Oh, we're totally playing tonight. I don't even care.
Well, I've gotten diamond the last couple seasons on Siege too, so.
Bruh. Oh man, this opens up so many
PUBG.
more things we can talk about.
PUBG is so fun though. It's so funny. It's fun to stream too. So I have a group that I'm playing with tonight, so you can join us.
Ooh. You got a Discord?
I do.
Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. This is gonna be fun. I got to go out shopping this afternoon, and then I'll hop in. Just message me all the deets on the DTL, and we'll just have some fun tonight.
No worries. I'm gonna start in like 3 hours, so you got time.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think we're gonna take a break right now and come back at the top of the hour. You know, all refreshed and ready to rock and roll. You know, take that break a little bit early, then knock out the last hour. Talk a little bit more about video games and interest and get to know each other, and then talk about the wonderful bill that's passing through Congress. Woo. For abortion. Haha. We all love talking about killing babies.
Napalm sticks to kids.
But I'm going to cut the Facebook live feed. You can always check us out on Mixer. And I'll have the live feed back up at the when we start up our next segment. So, Ghosty, you got anything?
Nope, not till we get back.
Roger that. Shots!
Your lips, my bum is on your lips, and if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little kiss. And that's the message that we deliver to little kids, and expect them not to know what a woman's is. Of course, they're gonna know what in the course is. By the time they get 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammal. Don't
fresh, we get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, they watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Jose's Taco Truck with KJ Ghosty, and we have a third wheel here. We got Pookie. How you doing, Pooks?
Doing all right, man. Just the same old, same old.
Oh, yeah, man. I just love it. Man, I'm looking at your background, man, and I'm looking at the weather you got there, and I am so jealous.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful out here, man. I mean, I could turn and you can see like this is what I do all day.
I am so friggin' jealous.
Except for the weird, creepy animals that be walking around and creeping up on my game cams in the middle of the night. But besides that, it's all good.
Oh, don't bring up the game cams again. We ain't playing that game.
Dude, I can't remember if my grandfather or it was one of the like great uncles or some shit told me this hunting story. They're out, they got set up. It was before the sun came up, and they're sitting there, and all I saw was this big, massive thing walk up to them, and all I saw was this eye shining, and they couldn't identify it, and they were scared to death, and they sat there for like an hour and a half till the sun came up before they found out it was just a cow that got out of the pen. I mean, it would have freaked me to fuck. I probably shot it.
I think what the hell is going on? Fucking.
I'm back.
Hey, Ghosty. A little late.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Got your cup of tea?
Yep.
Sweet. So, I'm fighting with Facebook at the moment. It's not wanting to participate. The jerks. Like, I had it set up. It's like, okay, good, go. Nope. We don't need you. And Facebook is now fighting me.
I think that at one time where they couldn't get the Facebook one to close down.
Like, I got it to close. It just doesn't want to go back up.
Yeah, I think Facebook's kind of being like Skype, where it's just deciding when it wants to work.
Lo and behold, I play all these computer games, and I am so computer illiterate.
Oh, I'm the biggest redneck on the planet, and I used to run out of like a fucking massive server farm, so yeah.
I'm pretty good with computers, but I learned a lot from watching my dad and my brother, so.
Yeah, I learned a lot from the army.
No, I couldn't do desk job stuff. It's not my personality.
Oh, I was a lineman.
All right. Well, I just mean like computer jobs, like techie jobs. I couldn't do those. Or when I went in, they tried to get me to be human intelligence collector, and I was like, pass, hard pass.
Human. Oh, that's what my cousin did, and he's all messed up in the head.
Yeah, hard pass. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, he was in Afghanistan. He had a whole bunch of issues coming back from Afghanistan. I don't know what the heck he did. You don't talk about it, but yeah, I would have never wanted to do that crap.
No, you can pay me enough for that job. I'm like, no, thank you. They're like, bonus. I'm like, not for the expense of whatever happens to me or my brain, thanks.
Yes, exactly. See, your school alone is like, no.
I didn't realize human was that bad.
I was like, I know I'm like 20-something, but I'm not that stupid.
Human intelligence, you go out there, you get detainees, and you interrogate them. That's exactly, that messes people up, man.
Human intelligence collector. They don't tell you exactly how you're collecting it or what, but because so when you're 20, 21, 22 years old, you're thinking, I watched somebody from across the street in a little coffee shop and take intel or take pictures or grab paperwork. But it's the Army, so human intelligence collector literally could mean anything.
Yeah, like waterboarding motherfuckers.
Well, I watched Zero Dark 30 finally like a week ago, and he like put a dog collar on the guy and walked him around. So
Yeah.
Fuck that noise.
yeah.
They would play like death metal like all day long. They do sleep deprivation is another big thing they like to do.
Yeah, they had that in that movie, the death metal. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, and Barney, I love you. You love 24/7. That drives you nuts, man.
That would drive me nuts.
I would go
Actually, that would
insane if
drive
I had to
anybody
listen to
nuts.
Barney the entire time.
I know. They wouldn't get any information because your brain would just snap. Barney would just put you in a dark
I would
place
be
that
that guy
you
that's
never
seen
get out of.
like just drool coming out the side of my mouth because I've had an aneurysm.
Yep. Didn't that? I hate this kind of stuff, but didn't that okay, I did watch that show when I was a kid because I was 5. But didn't the guy who played in the Barney suit didn't he go to prison for he went to prison for something, didn't he?
He was. I think he was in jail for something, but it wasn't. You know who he is? You know the priest from Walking Dead. That's who Barney is.
No way.
Oh no.
It's serious. It's the same guy.
Gross.
Dude, fuck that.
Yeah, the priest from Walking Dead, was Barney.
That's 10 different degrees of messed up.
That's creepy, and yeah.
I'm surprised y'all didn't know that.
Well, that's not something that is advertised in Walking Dead somewhere. You know, it'd be funny though if they cameoed a really old, dusty, messed up Barney costume without telling him, and put it in a house, and he walked through there and be like, "Son of a bitch." That'd make me laugh.
Man, I do not know what is going on with Facebook Live. I don't.
know what?
There we go. Got it. There we go. Hallelujah. Thank you, Facebook. Just randomly.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook. We're back. I'm so sorry about that. I have no clue I had no clue what happened. It's just I kept putting in doing what I was supposed to do and following procedure, and I don't know. The power of Zuckerberg compelled me just to sit there and look at it meaningly. I sat there and said to it, I was on mute, I was like, I have stock options that I need to get rid of, and the power of Zuckerberg's like, stock options? Okay. Now that I've gone to a dark place with Facebook.
You said the stock options? Are we stereotyping hardcore today?
What's up?
You said stock options, and then she said tea earlier, so are we stereotyping today?
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally. See, here at Jose's Taco Truck, you have a Jew driving it. So, I mean, I've invested my money pretty well in getting a taco truck, so.
I love tacos.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's cringe real quick.
Can we cringe through this one fairly quickly?
We're going to cringe through this one fairly quickly because I want to go back to talking about video games. Now, the House of Representatives is voting today on legislation that would criminalize abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, with exceptions for instances where the life of the mother is at risk and in cases involving rape or incest. The Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act, which is similar to legislation that failed in 13 and 15, has support from the White House this time around. Now, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in real quick. Roe versus Wade was ruled in 1973. And with Roe versus Wade, it was argued that it is a woman's right and a woman's decision to have an abortion. I am pro-choice to an extent. I don't believe it should be used as a form of birth control. I do believe if used responsibly, it is a good shit, I'm not in a position to have a child. I fucked up, my bad. People make mistakes. But when you start using it as birth control, or you start using it as a tool to achieve a mean other than what it was intended for, that's when I have a problem. And furthermore, in 1992, the Planned Parenthood versus Casey case, the court rejected Roe's third trimester framework, which is what the states could base their limitations on, and affirmed its central holding that a woman has a right to abortion until fetal viability, which is defined as viable as potentially able to live outside the mother's womb, albeit with artificial aid. Now, I don't think personally you should criminalize someone getting an abortion. And I'm going to get flack for that. But I don't think that should be a crime.
I think that, for me, I think it's going to be... Okay, I'll just go off of my opinion.
Yeah.
And I've had kids. And so I think that if... For people to be criminalized for having an abortion, it's where... okay, so you know how some people, if they murder a pregnant lady and the baby's to a certain point, they'll get charged with a second murder.
Yeah.
Or
Usually
manslaughter, or
it's
whatever.
after that 20 weeks.
I feel like if somebody's in, if it's, I feel like it's kind of within the realm of that, where, I've heard about somebody within my family friend circle, who was constantly getting knocked up and then constantly having abortions a couple months later. She's had up to 10 in her lifetime.
Which probably
and
has
so
destroyed
I feel like,
her system.
And well, yeah, but I feel like it's kind of like that, where if you're just doing it because you're stupid and don't use proper birth control and you keep getting pregnant and you just keep having abortions, so you don't have to either give the baby to somebody who actually wants a child and can't have one, which is a perfectly viable option, and you're just trying to escape the responsibility, then I think that, and they know that you're just a serial, I don't want it because I don't want to have kids, but I'm not going to protect myself, then I feel like that's kind of towing the line for me.
What about you?
And you said that the law is 20. You said the law is 20 weeks. That's what they're going to make it.
Yeah, I posted a link for what a pregnancy is at 20 weeks.
Okay. I mean, to me, that at that point, I don't like the late trimester. I don't agree with any of that shit. That's
like that
completely fucking wrong. It is a woman's choice. I do agree with that. And I don't know. I'm it's one of the things I'm really torn on. I mean, I will never have a child, so I don't really have much of a say on it. But no. 20 weeks. That sounds legit to me. I'm down with that, man.
Yeah, I feel like
the only problem that I have with it is you're criminalizing and you're going against pre-established law. Now, Pookie, you know me. I am a man of the law. When the law is written, that is
I am too, man.
Yeah, that is what you abide by. That is the golden standard.
That's what we are, a society that lives by the law, man. Pretty much. It's law land, man.
And as stated before, Roe versus Wade, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, a fetal viability is what the standard is, and define viable as able to live outside the mother's womb, albeit with artificial aid. So if someone at 25 weeks or 26 weeks, we'll say, well after that 20-week mark, if someone gets an abortion because their husband lost their job or their wife lost their job, depending on what it is, if it's in vitro or whatever, a loved one lost their job or someone is hurt and they have to go take care of them, and now it isn't appropriate to have a child because of circumstances, whatever they may be, that person is going to go to jail for that. I mean, there are states in our country that, like South Dakota is the one that always pops in my mind when it comes to abortion. South Dakota, you have to attend a pro-parenting class before you go get an abortion. That's the first step of several.
Throw it real far down the whole rabbit hole and say that if you want to have a child, you have to attain a parenting license.
Okay, that's a little too Chinese for me.
See, there you go. I'm with you on that.
But look at what the state that has the closest legislation to this, which is South Dakota. You have to attend a pro-parenting class, but there are no pro-parenting sponsored by the state of South Dakota. But there are no classes available in the state of South Dakota that offer this class, that do this class. It does not exist. So South Dakota says it's catch-22. And if you go to North Dakota or one of the surrounding states to get this, get your abortion, you've committed a felony in South Dakota.
Well, the other thing is, though, is if you are a person who accidentally got pregnant and you're not ready to have a kid, why would you wait? I mean, and I'm not talking about your circumstances you just laid out. I'm just saying, person who wants abortion because they were not ready. Why would you wait till 20 weeks to do it?
Well, if you think about it, there's someone like I have a very close friend of mine. She did not know she was pregnant until she went in. She did not know until her 18th week because there was no change. Completely flat stomach, going out in bikinis. We were going to the beach. We were, no way of knowing. There was, there at the time there was a stomach bug going around. There was this going around. There was so things were easily explainable as okay, this is going around. I caught it. It's circumstances like that, which are yes, that was the perfect set of circumstances and the perfect person to exemplify that. She had a perfect flat belly, and then come week 25, she was a fucking, balloon. But it's one of those things of people out there go through their pregnancy like that, where they're not bulging out like my belly, which I'm not turning my camera on.
Well, the thing about that though is like I in this day and age with the way this generation coming up is, how many people are going to just exploit those like scenarios to get their own, like to fill their own means to an end is and the other thing is the only time that I would think that it's okay is if you or the baby could die, or both, or like just like circumstances like that, or the rape or whatever. But for me though, to be carrying around a kid for 20 weeks and go, oh, I changed my mind, I don't want it, and then get an abortion after 20 weeks, I don't know about criminalizing it unless the person's like serially doing it over and over and over again, like they enjoy it or something. But I do agree with it being illegal after 20 weeks, or not allowed after 20 weeks.
Once again, I disagree. And if you're gonna have someone abuse the system like that, I've spoken in great deals with it with my wife and my mother. My wife is pro-choice. My wife is pro-life. My mother is pro-choice. And the easiest thing I personally could think of, was 3 a year. You get 3 a year, and then after that, sorry, you're having the kid. Because think about it, if a person gets three abortions in a year, they're not practicing safe sex. They don't care about the repercussions.
No, yeah, I mean, it's just like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's not, contraceptives are not hard. They're not hard to understand. They're not hard to use. There's all different kinds. They're cheap. And in the long run, if you don't want a kid, it's way cheaper than having a kid, if you want to put it in that perspective.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's your thoughts on Abortion Nation? Be sure to give us a call at 415-889-8367.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
I mean, you've got like, I know a lady, she's got 8 kids to 8 different guys, and she's getting like $2,700 in food stamps a month.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah.
Oh, some people abuse the crap out of the system just so they don't have to work.
No, we're not going into welfare and the system. Oh no, oh no. Oh man, the liberal in me will come out. The angry liberal, the angry taxpayer liberal.
I'm gonna trigger you.
I'm triggered. My taxes.
I'm a hardcore libertarian, so I mean, whatever.
So, I'm gonna take this opportunity for all the wonderful people out there listening. That you've heard me on the air a bunch of times. You've heard Ghosty before. I'm gonna do it on air. Ask me anything. You know, if you want to talk about the abortion, if you want to talk about Vegas, you want to talk about how awesome guns are or Rainbow Six Siege is, call in. Call the show. Let's get you on the air. What do you want to talk about?
Or PUBG, because
PUBG
is awesome.
I'll ask you a question. What's your opinion on Antifa?
Hold on. Are we talking about real Antifa or Arizona Antifa?
No. Arizona Antifa cracks me up, but I'm talking about the legit, real deal.
The twat waffles?
Yes.
I
don't like comments.
I hate them.
I call them thunder cunts. Can I say that word?
Thunder cunts?
No, you can't. I don't know.
I like that word. I like that word a lot because like the people in the UK and the Aussies, you know, they all use that word liberally. And here in the States, you say it like everything stops. It's like
it's like a hushed. Oh my god, you can't say that.
I have to say though, I looked up a soundboard for the Hound from Game of Thrones because I noticed like the past couple of weeks, every fucking day, they're all just cunts, fucking cunt, everybody. Oh my god, I was just.
I'll eat all the chickens.
I don't know. I'm just excited because now I have someone I know that I can play PUBG with because all my friends are on Xbox and won't get PCs.
Oh god, we're talking Master Race now. Let's stop.
Oh, I'm serious. Like everyone's like, oh my god, Xbox. We play Xbox together. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know why your friends play PUBG on Xbox? Because there's like the skill gap between Xbox and PC for PUBG is like on a whole nother level, and it's easier to play it on the Xbox.
Xbox doesn't have it yet.
Ooh, somebody dropped.
Somebody dropped?
Yeah, it's heard like a little hang up thing.
No, that's cool.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Xbox doesn't have PUBG yet. That's coming out later.
No, I just mean it's easier to play FPS games on the Xbox.
Yeah, but that's because, you know, every 12-year-old and their mother's uncle fucking has an Xbox or PlayStation 4.
Oh, well, I've seen a streamer that plays Siege on PlayStation and Xbox, and he won't play it on PC. And my friends and I went into his stream because apparently if you ask him why he always plays Hostage instead of like Bomb or Secure the Area, he'll ban you from the chat because
so there's no skill in Hostage.
Exactly, and he doesn't have to worry about pro players. But I said, this is what I said. He didn't ban me because he didn't understand that I was ripping him. But I said, I said, no bomb ? And I said, you'd get less shitters and have way more competition if you played bomb instead of Hostage all the time.
My biggest thing. My biggest thing is I don't understand.
He didn't even get it.
I don't understand why Hostage is shot down because it's a harder game mode because you have an item that you can move and win really quick. That should be a pretty hardcore mode.
It's not. It's if you think about it though, the pro scene for this game is so high that it's not harder because you will come up against sweaty ESL teams and pro teams that have strats and things for bomb, and some of them even do secure area a little bit just to get to diamond easier. Yeah. Hostage is the easiest of the three. Because if you have somebody on the other team and ranked with fuse and they fuse the room like an idiot, you just won the round.
Done. It's yeah. I feel you, dude. James, you should have seen my face when my wife looked at me and said, "You can get your PC now." I went from the oh my god, really, to the I was doing a Pookie dance. I was jumping up and down. I
Eh-heh.
had
My
to-
boyfriend just got me the shock arm and the little the pop filter for my Blue Yeti as well. So I'm just sitting here staring at it.
Oh, like the tumblers?
You know how like you have those little boom arms for your microphone. You can hang it
Yeah.
up over, and yeah, and then it's got the little pop filter that screen that goes in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got that for me, and it just got in the mail today, so we just set it up.
I actually
I need one of those.
Oh, you need a pop filter? Get a wire hanger.
No, I need an actual microphone. I'm like, look at me, man. Like, I'm on like a cheap ass like Chinese like gaming headset that I use for my PlayStation. So whatever.
James, what do you mean? Is this a trick? I see you sitting there
It's a
commenting.
trap.
But what do you mean? Is this a trick? I would have been the same, huh? I'm so confused, James.
Is what a trick? Me talking about games?
Yeah. Feel free, give a call now. The two newest hosts for WTF Nation Radio. Well, newest and relatively, kind of ish.
Just back from
Back.
being yeah,
Back in black.
from being gone. It's a good song.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm just thrilled that you know, my whole thing is I wanted to share this venue with the listeners and you guys, and make this a platform where we can talk, especially because we have 2 days a week. And man, video games are one of my biggest things. I love games, and I love the funniest thing is like you'll be playing PUBG. And I love how if my wife told me I could get my PC, I would directly... Yeah, James, I feel you there, man. That's called the trap. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. That's called the trap, James. You don't want to fall into the trap.
Yeah, that's it. It's a trap.
Back to PUBG. Yeah, it's one of those things where I love how they did the suppressors in there, because it actually is close to how they sound in real life, like with the SKS. That was perfect. But yeah, come on in. Hey, Casey. Call in. James, call in. Ask us anything.
So PUBG is like what, DayZ kind of? I mean, I've seen videos of it. I'm
PUBG is-
confused.
It's similar. It's better though.
PUBG is what happens is you start out in a plane, and the plane is going over a preset flight path over the game area. And what happens is you can eject whenever you want, and everything is luck of the draw. So if you land somewhere where you land, if there's no weapons, good fucking luck. If there's no armor, good fucking luck. You know, it's all random number generated on what spawns where. There's buildings, and a lot of the doors and vehicles are destroyable, and all you're doing is trying to get from 100 people down to one and be the last one standing. James, give me 1 second. Let me link you in.
Yeah.
And
God, it sounds intense, man.
It is. It's fun. Oh, you can play in third person or first person as well. You can do solo, duos, or squads, and the squads go up to 4 people.
it's insane. And
Oh,
it's one of
don't
my
forget
favorite
about the circle though. So you have to. There's a white circle, and it starts off really big, and then there's a blue outer circle outside of it, and you have to get into the white circle before the blue one catches up to it, because you'll start taking damage. And as people die and as the game goes on, the circle gets extremely small, so then it's harder to hide.
So it's like Hunger Games on steroids, pretty much.
games. Pretty
Kinda,
much.
yeah.
It sounds like fun, man.
It is. It's really fun. It's super
Oh,
cheap.
I want internet. I want internet so bad.
Just get Comicast. I'm sure they can get something out there for you.
No, the only thing I can get out here is the satellite, and my latency is too intense. Too intense to play games.
Satellite. No.
I did it before. I'm trying to
Do they still have
get James into the call. He just called back, and I'm trying to get him back in. The thing does not want to work.
Do they still have that that commercial with like the turtles? The internet? Or the
No,
whatever?
I don't know. I mean, I can't. Apparently, my landlord told me about 2 years ago you could get DSL out at this place, and I guess they discontinued DSL. And even though DSL sucks, it's better than satellites.
DSLs, I don't. That's just disgusting. What a travesty to even offer DSL.
Yeah, I used to play Tribes 2 on DSL, so it worked out.
I don't think he'd be able to. You probably. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on your computer and stuff, but be kind of interesting to try to play PUBG on DSL.
Oh no, I'd be like lag hopping all over the place.
Oh man, don't get me started on lag hopping.
Back in the day when Half-Life Deathmatch was still a thing, they used to call me an HPB because I was still on dial-up, and so it was funny. I was a high-ping bastard because I would warp all over the damn place, and all these kids were getting their nice broadband connections, and I would fucking own on my dial-up.
Oh, don't getting me all hyped up because I'm like, I want to play.
Nostalgic.
Oh yeah.
Hey, did you hear that Half-Life 3's coming out?
Bullshit.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
That's a way to get people fucking hyped. You know what game I'm waiting for this month is the Shadows of War is coming out. I'm so hyped about that.
I just got FIFA, so I've been playing that.
FIFA's fucking fun.
Dude, FIFA 18's amazing.
Is it? I gotta
It's
get
incredible. It's incredible. It's so much. It's probably the best one they've ever come out with.
Gotta pick it up.
I played on PC, but I actually do use the Xbox One controller. I got it for
Some
Origin.
games, some games are just designed to use a controller. Like I'm big on the Naruto fighting games.
Mhm.
You gotta have a controller to play those things.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm fully in, I can't wait for Shadows of War what's it called Shadows of War, Lord of the Rings Shadows of War.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
didn't the trailer for that game, like the teaser trailer for that, come out like ages ago?
Yeah, and it's
I completely
For
forgot
showing
about
game-
that game.
They were showing gameplay. When was it? It was August or July. It was a while back, and I was watching the gameplay, and I had a hard, like a fucking straight up nerd boner the whole time I was watching it.
You know what game's really funny to play? Chivalry.
oh god. You know they made a magic based version of that called Mirage.
That's weird. No, like it's funny though because I played it with my friend like all the time, and I usually had the samurai and I had the bow and arrow as a secondary. And he was like one of the big tanky guys, and when he was fighting somebody, someone was coming up behind him. So I was shooting arrows at him because if you don't kill them right away, the spears or the arrows or whatever, they stick out of the person for where you hit them. And I swear I hit that guy right in the middle of his butt, and he had an arrow sticking out.
I got it.
I was like,
But
that's unfortunate.
Sucks to
it
suck.
used to be an adventure until I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, that game made me laugh a lot. That game is pretty funny. I really like these games for the banter too, because PUBG is really fun to stream. Like the other day, you know when somebody downs you and your person's crawling on their hands and knees and stuff. So I was like so I was in a field and the road was like way away from me on my right somewhere. Well, and the guy threw a grenade at me and I couldn't crawl away from it fast enough, and it blew my body like all the way onto the road, like out of the zone and everything. It was just really funny. That game can be funny sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, James. We're working with support right now. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things in PUBG is like when the cars flip. And like you're just rolling on your side, but you're taking no damage.
Oh, I think I've seen a
Yeah.
video online. They were like, I think it was GameSpot that showed it. This
Yeah.
guy like rolled his car into the center, and he was just chilling in the car.
Yeah, and guys
And he
took
wound up
cover
winning.
behind it. I think it was just great.
I don't know. I'm more of like an MMO kind of guy, really.
Oh, don't know. No, we're not talking World of Warcraft in here.
Oh, I don't play WoW anymore. I quit that shit a long time ago. I do this thing on my phone. Since I can only phone game. It's called Crusaders of Light, and it's just like vanilla WoW, and I love it.
Vanilla WoW and all of that. Man, I haven't seen Vanilla WoW in forever.
I put my Twitch link in Skype.
Sweet. Be sure to copy that.
I'll be sure to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll be playing tonight.
It's all. I have like 2 sets of like panel buttons, like designs and everything, because I like all excited for FIFA.
Oh.
But my computer doesn't want to play it, so I have to play it on my boyfriend's computer. So I got it all set up, but I have other ones, so it's all FIFA related now.
We're gonna jump games real quick. Arma 3. Fucking love Arma 3. James, you were right. It's like not a lot of people talk about it, but the scene for it.
Arma 3 is.
Oh.
There's so many different like modes and mods and things.
I'm the best pilot in that game, man. I can fly anything.
I had, back when I was living with my parents way back when, I had all the peripherals to fly, drive, and just use mouse and keyboard, so I could play Arma 2. And
see, I have an actual like rudder pedal system and like the fucking joystick set up, man. I was set, man.
God, it's I always like be it Battlefield, Arma, fucking Squad's pretty good. But anything where there's infantry, there's infantry movement, I like playing as infantry because it's what I know. So I'll sit there and I'll start working with another squad and or my team or whatever and start like, okay, we're gonna fucking, you guys stay here, draw the fire, I'm flank around and battle drill one out for that shit. And fucking Arma takes it to the next fucking level because somehow they managed to include fucking land nav.
Yes.
I fucking, the minute I saw land nav, I was dying. I don't know how many times I've heard, I don't fucking get how to do this shit. Oh, well, sorry, you're fucked,
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. But then you have the fucking 12-year-olds that want to do role plays. Like, they do these hardcore role plays, and it's like, okay, guys, we're going to go through boot camp. All right? Everyone remove your jackets and put on your white tank tops and just, let me see 20 push-ups. How the hell do I do a push-up in the game? You're going to just crouch back and forth 20 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Twitch, nudge.
I thought there was like a mod in Arma 2 that allowed you to do all that shit, like push-ups and shit.
Yeah, there is. In Arma 3, it's there, but it's just like some kids actually have some people actually have boot camps, and it's very obvious they've never been to a basic training, so it's like they have you constantly like doing innate like stuff that you think would be pertinent for them for like being in the military. But I never. It's a video game. I came in here to shoot things and do stuff related to shooting things.
I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah, I do the helicopters in Arma 3. I like the attack helicopters and the.
I like A-10s.
I don't know. I can't really get used to the planes without using the joystick. I can't use my mouse and keyboard, but I can fly the helicopters on advanced with my mouse and keyboard.
So, wow, that's
it's weird.
legit.
It's weird, but yeah. But I've been playing this game for 4 years, ish, something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think it came out back in 2014, 2013 time frame.
yeah, so pretty close. So I've been playing it since it came out. But I've been yeah. No worries. Yep, 100%. Yeah, yeah. So yesterday, um, I've only been playing it for like I think 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm familiar with like I could see the plane fly over the map, and I know like where we're coming in from with before I even click on the map or the island. So, but we decided to land at prison. We went because it was way further away than everybody else, and I got an M16, and I just had a red dot. I didn't have a two times or anything like that on it. And my friend was on the ridge, and he's like, "This guy in this car keeps trying to run me over because they don't have anything else in that little Jeep." And I was like, "Well, get him to get closer to the side of the ridge so I could see him because I was on the top of the prison." And the guy was backed the car up and then was trying to go forward, and I just shot up the back window from the prison onto the cliff, and I killed the guy with an M16 with a red dot on it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, last night I got into a game, and apparently this is the weirdest circumstances ever for a game of PUBG. But these 100 people, these like 97 or 98 people, all coordinated when they were going to do matchmaking, and they managed to get 95 of them into a server. And they were all on Discord, and eventually I laid waste. I landed at the farm. I laid waste to 3 of them, and someone said something about a Discord. So out of curiosity, I Steam messaged the guy I killed because I think, maybe his nickname's the same as his Steam name. It is. And I got invited to the Discord, and the entire game I'm sitting there in the Discord, and I have everyone deafened. Like, I can't hear them. I can just hear myself. And I'm sitting there the entire game. Like, I am your new god now. And I just went ham on that server. 23 kills.
Did you play in third person or first?
Third person. I got 23 kills, and I kept, like, because I muted all of them, I couldn't hear what they were saying to me. But I sat there and I said, like, the last person alive gets the honor of killing me with my own weapon. So I'm just, like, scrambling, because there was, I was down to, like, the last 20 people. Like, oh, shit, get OBS up, get all this stuff, gotta start recording this, And, I got the screenshot of the guy that, is sitting there just hovering with, I laid out all of my guns and gear, because it was just him and me left, and he executed me with the Kar 98 and gained my unethereal godly powers. I was also playing on the Asiatic server, so I wasn't lagging at all.
Yeah, well, the Kar 98 is like it's such a hard hitting weapon, and it's really overpowered. But everybody else like knocks me out in one shot with it. But when I shoot someone in the head, they just run away and hide behind a tree, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, I hate it. I just use the Scar H because that's the one that I do the best with.
The funny thing with the Kar, especially with headshots, that face that's not covered by the helmets, that part of the face that's not covered by the level 1 or 2 helmets, if you hit someone there, it's an instant kill or an instant knock. Instant.
Yeah.
But if you wear a ballistics mask, it takes away, instead of it being a full 100% damage, it only does 90% damage.
That's weird. Okay, well, that guy had a level 1, like, the helmets people wear that drive around friggin' scooters with, like, baguettes in a basket.
Motorcycle helmet?
Yeah, just, the little crappy one. But
you said baguettes?
Baguettes.
Yeah, I heard the ballistic mask didn't do anything. It was just like, aesthetics.
It's a glitch. It's a big glitch.
Yeah.
I
wear them just to cover my face because it's a black mask.
When I figured out that it was a glitch, because I run analytics while I play, and when I noticed that every time I was wearing it, I got shot in the face, there was less damage being received. I was like, oh shit.
Interesting.
And it was an immediate, oh my god, just email, and apparently the Blue Hole's been tracking that for a while now. It's like with the striped shirt, the Where's Waldo shirt. The Where's Waldo shirt is registering as a level 3 vest.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go buy it now.
Don't go buy. Why would you buy a cosmetic shirt for a game?
You said Where's Waldo? It's like a Spitsnaz shirt or something?
Yeah, it's literally, it looks like the Where's Waldo shirt. Red and white stripes.
No, I legit, and when you when you sit in that little like waiting period where you're running around the plane
Yeah.
before the match starts and you could see everybody.
Yeah.
I spawned in and there was like a guy and a girl who both had that shirt on, had the same jeans on, had the same shoes on, and had the same hat on. I was like, that's really sad. Either that was on purpose or that's a really weird coincidence.
I'm trying to find the most expensive thing on the store.
It's the hot pants.
It's the hot pants?
The hot pants.
It's still the hot pants?
I know that weird trench coat is up there as well. I actually think the trench coat might be up to like 150 Great British pounds, so it's up there. So I'm like, if I ever pack any of that crap, I'm selling it.
Honestly, and that's the funny thing, is like people are buying these cosmetic items that do nothing for the game.
No, I
whatsoever.
just like if I pack something cool out of the crates and I'm like, cool, I'll just wear that instead. That's basically all I do. It's like, I like that. Yeah, I like the darker colored stuff because it's harder for people to see you. I saw this guy that looked like he was wearing like a really old, super dirty, like banana yellow, like parachute pants with a jumper. It was the same color. Like, yeah, no one's ever gonna spot you standing next to a tree or anything.
Oh yeah, you're invisible.
Yeah.
Don't
People
worry,
on
you're gonna be
just
fine.
Oh, yesterday, cause on my Twitch it not bookmarks, but it saves my streams so you guys can go back and watch the videos. And last night we landed in these houses close to the bridge. It goes to Military Island. And you know how your friends have the little blue icon circle over their heads?
Yeah.
So I saw them going into the house, and I was about to go into mine that I was gonna loot, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody run through past you guys to the house to your right, because I didn't see an icon over his head. And they're like, okay, so they looted their houses really quick, and then they looked, and they got in a gunfight with 2 people, and they killed him, because we were in a squad of 4, and they yell, you know, I don't know how you yell at people in game, but they yelled at them, like, where's the rest of your squad or whatever. They never said anything, but yeah.
You gotta turn on the all chat. But real quick, I think it's time for housekeeping. Real quick. And then any closing statements we want to make. So, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we have a show every night and now 2 days during the week. And I just want to give you a quick brief on what we got going on. So on tonight on Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Grey Cloud, we have Nikki Roerig from the Military Working Dog Team Support Association Incorporated. They are a nonprofit organization that supports military working dog teams by a variety of means. Some of these are care packages, handler recognition, hero dog awards, veteran dog handler cause support, and support from memorials. Now, the organization may be small, but it is mighty, and they are impacting daily on the lives of dogs and handlers, both veterans and active duty. Also tomorrow, on October 4th, on WTF Wednesday with Jim Bean and Pookie, we have Penny Duncan. She's been a Gold Star widow for 13 years, and she's an advocate for suicide survivors and the families of whom deserve to be honored even though they died by suicide. With the recent national anthem and NFL controversy, she's made it her goal to reunite Americans. We are one nation, and our differences is what makes our nation great. So she's also wanting to express the importance of standing while the national anthem is playing. This Thursday, we don't have anyone scheduled, but Thursday is also Sergeant's Time with Ice, Doc Madness, and Mike Golf. And then on Friday, during Friday Night Freedom with Minx and Mud Puppy, we have Brian Jacobs from Vets to Success. They're also a nonprofit program. They create programs for veterans to rehabilitate through food and brew programs. The organization's purpose is to inspire, mentor, educate, and change the lives of homeless and displaced veterans and impact the communities in which they live. Now, the program was created after the founder's younger brother passed away to veteran suicide, as well as the founder's personal battle with readjusting back into his local community. He used food and brewing to guide him and be his passion, and it shows other veterans a path that they can share and have a new purpose in life through something they love. Saturday we always have Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie, and on Monday we're gonna have the Monday edition with Ice and is it Flash gonna be on there? I think Flash is gonna be on there. And then next Tuesday, the 10th, we have Lloyd Deans from Vets to Warriors coming back around to Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Grey Cloud. The mission is to provide a 24/7 confidential, stigma-free peer support group by veterans to active duty, National Guard, Reserve service members, veterans, and retirees, as well as to the family and caregivers. It's also to share experiences and to create an environment of trust that demonstrates that we are never alone and that there is a caring, empathetic voice ready to connect and follow up. And then next week also on October 13th, Friday, Janelle Necht is the assistant to the executive director from Forgotten Soldiers Outreach. They were born in October of 2003, and they were sending little bits of home to our troops. They provided much needed care items as well as letters of encouragement. Also, don't forget to check out our partners, Project Overwatch. I've been talking about their campaign for the past couple of days. It's called the Paw Patrol. It's this really excellent campaign that's involving cameras on canine units and creating more situational awareness and being able to have a better opportunity to withdraw a dog or know what situation you're getting into. You can definitely check out Project Overwatch at project-overwatch.org. Also, we have War Horses for Veterans. That was where we had a bunch of the guys from WTF Nation Radio go out, ride some horses, drink some beers. It's a 3-day equine and networking experience, horses and hanging out. You get the opportunity to bond with the horses as well as each other, pop a few open, relax, enjoy in the nice, beautiful countryside. I still want to go there and meet Summer, the horse that Minx loves so much. And other than that, we've got anything you want to say in closing, Ghosty?
Not too much. Just excited to be back, and felt good to be on the show and get things going and get to know everybody. So yeah, I had a blast.
What about you, Pookie? You got anything, brother?
No, thanks for letting me on your show and everything, and yeah, y'all have a good rest of the day, I guess, and see you all around when the show kicks off.
Hell yeah, brother. You're always welcome back. I just have one thing, guys, which is, remember those that are in Vegas, if you can. I don't know how the GoFundMe is going. It was when we checked it last night, and it might be something to look on again today. A lot of news sites are reporting on it, but if you can, donate blood. Offer support how you can to the people in Puerto Rico and the people in Las Vegas. And other than that, I wish you all a great day, and I hope to see you all tonight at on Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Grey Cloud. Other than that, shots!
She said, don't you worry if I disappear. I told her I'm not really looking for another mistake. I called an old friend thinking that the trouble could wait, but then I jumped right in. A week later returned. I reckon she was only looking for a lover to burn, but I gave her my time for 2 or 3 nights. Then I put it on pause until the moment was right. I went away 4 months until our paths crossed again. She told me I was never looking for a friend. Maybe you could swing by my room around 10. Baby, bring the lemon and the bottle of gin. We'll be in between the sheets till the late a.m. Baby, if you wanted me, then you should have just said she's singing. Don't fuck with my love. That heart is so cold. All over my own. I wanna know that, baby. Don't fuck with my love. I told her she knows. Taking me home. I don't wanna know that, baby. And for a couple weeks, I only wanna see her. We drink away the days with a takeaway pizza. Before a text message was the only way to reach her. Now she's staying at my place and loves the way I treat her. Singing out Aretha all over the track like a feature. And never wants to sleep, I guess that I don't want to either. But me and her, we make money the same way. 4 cities, 2 planes the same day. And those shows have never been what it's about. But maybe we'll go together and just figure it out. I'd rather put on a film with you and sit on the couch. But we should get on a plane or we'll be missing it now. Wish I'd have written it down, the way that things played out. She was kissing him how, I was confused about. But she should figure it out while I'm sat here singing. Don't fuck with my love. That heart is so cold. All over my own. I wanna know that today. Don't fuck with my love. I told her she knows they can't be wrong. I don't wanna know that today.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.